Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Kai LaVeo once more. Go ahead and do me a favor, smash that subscribe button as we get hotter and hotter with the content. I like doing reviews. You know why? Shout out to the Asian Conjuring because they dropped this hot piece of work right here. And things like this happen every day. This guy in China dropped 300,000 yuan on a bride price and discovers that his fiance is pregnant by somebody else, of course. Let's tune in to see what happens.
Man spends 300,000 yuan on bride price, only to discover on wedding night she's pregnant with someone else's child. Zhang Jian spent 300,000 yuan in bride price to marry a woman named Lu Fong. But on their wedding night, she flatly refused to consummate the marriage and sternly told him, "You need to respect women." Left with no choice, Zhang Jian suggested they at least sleep in the same bed, even if they didn't go further.
Wait a minute. So they was already not sleeping in the bed before this? A lot of y'all's marriages is ruined before y'all even tied a knot. Damn.
But Lu Fong snapped back. "Why should I sleep with you?" Then came the bombshell. She announced she was already pregnant.
Ooh.
Zhang Jian was dumbfounded. "Whose child is it?" he asked. Lu Fong coldly replied, "That's none of your business. I don't owe you an explanation." Shocked and furious.
Her body, her choice. Is she in the wrong? With all these women rights and protection and everything, she didn't have to tell him shit.
Zhang Jian couldn't believe what he was hearing. They had dated for 7 months, and at most, they had only held hands.
Okay, so if you guys are in China watching this, if you guys didn't get a chance to find out who Kevin Samuel was before his demise, let me see, it's 2025. I believe he passed away in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe even 21. But yeah, he had it down packed. It's like he said, Kevin Samuels, KS with the logo, he said that you guys shouldn't be dating no longer than 2 years to find out if you guys actually want to get married or not. I think he said 2 years the max, maybe even 1 year. But 7 months, seemed like they really wanted to be together, right?
Now, just hours into the marriage, he learns she's carrying another man's child.
Hours into the marriage. Damn. It's kind of like you find out more once you guys leave the venue of where you got married at and tied the knot. Then you're heading back home and you just find out a load of stuff at the last minute. Like, if I knew this, I wouldn't have married her.
Zhang Jian met Lu Fong through relatives. From the start, Lu Fong seemed distant. When Zhang asked if she wasn't interested in him, she said she just had a slow-to-warm-up personality and needed more time. After a few months, she became more proactive. As their relationship progressed, they started discussing marriage. Lu Fong laid out her terms, a bride price of 300,000 yuan. The groom had to furnish and equip their new home. Even though Zhang Jian's family wasn't wealthy, they agreed, eager to secure the marriage. But after receiving the money, Lu Fong suddenly made another demand: no wedding photos. This puzzled Zhang Jian, but
I have never heard that in my life. No photos at the wedding? I guess you just keep it all up here in case it don't work out. You can just erase it later. I don't know.
he didn't press the issue. As a result, their wedding home had no photos of them together.
The hell?
After getting engaged, Zhang Jian hoped to grow closer physically, but every attempt to be intimate was rejected. Lu Fong criticized him for focusing on romance instead of working to earn money. Eventually, under her pressure, Zhang Jian went out of town to work. For the last 3 months before the wedding, they didn't see each other. During that time, Lu Fong went on a trip, saying it was with girlfriends. Zhang Jian didn't suspect anything until the wedding night when everything unraveled. When Lu Fong announced her pregnancy, Zhang Jian exploded. He knew the child couldn't be his. She became hysterical.
He knew the child wasn't his because they ain't been doing nothing intimate. He was rejecting intimacy. So when she went on this all-girls trips, anytime these women go on all-girls trips, there's always going to be a bunch of other dudes involved. For whatever destination they're going to, there's going to be guys there, and they know that. And these guys are particularly the ones that they really want to sleep with away from their serious relationships at home. And a lot of times these all-girl trips usually end up being shit shows. These are situations where you'll see a group of girls at a restaurant at a table. One person is stuck with the bill. So not only does this happen to men, this happens to women too. Because whatever group you're with, there's always going to be a few people that feel like they don't have to pay for anything. So it's not always the man paying for everything. Because there's women that are with their girls that don't want to pay for everything too. So a lot of times it just becomes a shit show. And they have all these random wild orgies while they're away from their lovers.
Smashed items in the house, and even tried to hit him. That very night, she stormed out and returned to her parents' home. She refused all contact and simply informed Zhang Jian to prepare for a divorce. Desperate and confused, Zhang contacted a mediator. When he arrived with a mediator, Lu Fang refused to speak with him. She even accused Zhang of domestic violence, showing bruises and injuries. Zhang Jian clarified those were from their mutual scuffle on the wedding night. He insisted even the calmest man would lose control if his bride confessed to being pregnant with someone else's baby on the wedding night.
Yep. Kind of like Ike and Tina back in that limo. That's what it sounded like. They was fighting in the back of the car. That's how she got them scars.
Lu Fang argued she had done nothing wrong. She said she had honestly told Zhang about the pregnancy right after finding out, just days before the wedding. Canceling the ceremony then would have been too late, and the bride price had already been paid. She was disappointed Zhang Jian wasn't more understanding. In her view, he lacked the maturity and compassion of a real man, obsessing over the child's paternity instead of showing empathy. She refused to apologize, stating that she was open and honest, and simply wanted a divorce. When asked about dating other men while with Zhang, she claimed it was a small mistake and that she had a clear conscience. During mediation, she even wore a mask to conceal her identity, saying that exposure would ruin her chances of future relationships.
Well, you should have thought about this shit before you went on your all-girls trip and got pregnant. It just amazes me how stupid people are. That one-night affair, that one-night stand, the ending result, a big outcome. A whole new life. So not only was you denying your husband sex, you cheated on him and got pregnant from somebody else. Ain't that a bitch? I mean, literally. You have to, I bet you he feels this small. And see, I keep hearing guys on social media saying, stop paying for Badusi because there's somebody else that's getting it for cheaper or yet even free. And I'm pretty sure this other guy got it for nothing. Why this guy laid down a whole dowry fee and everything. Tried to provide a household and everything. Paid bills. Just to get pregnant by somebody else that didn't do nothing for her. That's wild, right? But then again, the guy that's paying for it, whoever's after him is pretty much getting leftovers. So it's really stupid to say, stop paying for Badusi because there's another guy that's getting it for free. But at what extent? How long is he going to get it for free? Let alone he's getting leftovers at that.
The host scolded her on camera. You were dating him while being involved with someone else. That's betrayal. The foundation of marriage is loyalty. But Lu Fang fired back. I was honest. I told him the truth on our wedding night. That shows I have integrity. Despite everything, Zhang Jian still hoped for reconciliation.
I guess he charged it to the game. But see, this is where guys get goofy at. So when guys behave like this and being completely treated like shit by his wife, his now wife, so I guess she was dating the other guy. At first, it was sounding like she had got pregnant randomly from wherever she went on her all-girls trips, but perhaps she actually knew this guy a little bit and started dating him. The outcome is the husband is still offering to pay for another man's child. And that's where it pretty much gets goofy at. I'm like, why are men volunteering and stepping up to do this shit? Okay? It's goofy. It's just as goofy as guys, older European guys going to Thailand, Vietnam, and those places and such to try to wife up bar girls. And bar girls are more than bar girls, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know. It's a cover-up for sex work. Yep.
He said he could forgive her if she would just apologize. If she wants to keep the baby, I'm willing to raise it as my own, as long as she's ready to build a real life with me, he said.
So not only did the other guy get it for free, but he got your wife pregnant and you're willing to pay for his seat. Boy, this is the shit I cannot stand. Why do guys do this to themselves? Does he not have any other options? This is a man with no options. I mean, you could charge it to the game, but don't feel like you gotta step up and volunteer for her mistake. Fuck that.
But Lu Fong wasn't interested. In her view, Zhang Jian's constant questioning about the child's father showed he didn't truly care. She insisted she felt deeply wronged and was determined to leave the marriage. Hearing this, Zhang Jian stormed out of the mediation, devastated. He later announced he would pursue legal action to recover the bride price and minimize his losses.
Wow. Can you imagine? That story sounds so American, doesn't it? This is why on social media you have guys like Andrew Tate and everybody telling you to become high value, so then you don't have to deal with bullshit like this. It's just crazy to me, man. I'm like, what? Ay, ay, ay. I'm pretty sure the other guy is laughing. Like, wow. I got somebody pregnant and I don't even have to take responsibility. The biggest trick, the biggest beta male is the married man. And this is proof right here. So, I don't think I know anybody like this. I hope I don't. Oh my God. You guys better take notes and learn lessons from this video. Don't be like this dude. This is Kylie Vale. I'll check you on the next video. Oh my God, that was depressing. I'm gonna have to take a nap. Peace.